Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the absolute pinnacle of European football, the thrilling UEFA Women's Nations League final. When you've got two global titans clashing with a massive trophy on the line, the margins for error are just microscopic. So we're going to take a really structured look at how a tense, incredibly tight tactical chess match was blown completely wide open in just a matter of minutes to crown a champion.
We're exploring exactly how Spain dismantled a remarkably resilient German defense in what basically became a tale of two vastly different halves. Now, you probably know Germany's defense is historically rigid, right? It's essentially a brick wall built to frustrate fluid attacking teams, and breaking them down is a monumental task. So we're going to focus our lens squarely on the three defining goals that completely shattered that defensive wall, transforming a tactical stalemate into an absolute masterclass of a victory.
Section 1. A record-breaking stage. 45,000. That is the staggering number of passionate fans who packed the Metropolitano Stadium. It actually set a brand new attendance record for a Spain women's game. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, but let's be real. With that massive crowd comes an immense, almost suffocating weight of expectation. Every single person in that stadium showed up with one thought in mind: watching Spain's coach, Sonia Bermúdez, capture her first title since taking over the squad. The media scrutiny heading into this match was intense. Every single tactical decision she made was under a microscope, and against a powerhouse like Germany, the pressure to perform in front of that home crowd was literally immeasurable.
Section 2. The first half stalemates. So, despite that roaring energy in the stadium, the first 45 minutes didn't exactly yield the fireworks the crowd desperately wanted. But hey, it certainly wasn't for a lack of trying. The German defensive block was playing exceptionally deep, creating this web of bodies that just totally frustrated the Spanish attackers. Still, Spain managed to generate some really high-quality chances against this low block. I mean, we saw a beautifully flowing move end with Astaire pulling a shot just wide of the post. Esther Lopez even went for a spectacular overhead kick that looked destined for the top corner. And then there was this massive chance from Mariona, a brilliant attacking sequence where you would have absolutely bet money on her making it 1-0. Yet, through all of this relentless pressure, the German defense, anchored by keeper Anna Catherine Berger, and Spain's own Caracoy at the other end, just rigidly held the line.
And here's where it gets wild. We transition from this perfectly even, intensely frustrating tactical first-half deadlock directly into a historic, devastating second-half display by the Spanish side. This brings up such a fascinating question about the psychological shift inside the locker room at halftime, doesn't it? How does a team just flip a switch to turn a frustrating stalemate into a full-on rout? It requires exceptional tactical adjustments under peak pressure, finding the exact pressure points in a defense that hasn't conceded a single inch, and then relentlessly attacking them.
Section 3. Goal 1. The breakthrough.
All right, let's jump to the hour mark to see how those tactical adjustments finally paid off. Breaking down this critical opening sequence, it literally all stems from Mariona's brilliance off the ball. She makes this highly intelligent, darting movement that deliberately drags a German center back completely out of position. By forcing the defender to commit, she creates this crucial little pocket of space at the top of the penalty area. And that calculated setup, it allowed Claudia Pina to surge into the gap and cut inside aggressively. Pina doesn't even hesitate. She just fires off a powerful driving shot. It's the kind of strike that German keeper Anna Catherine Berger is going to replay in her mind over and over as it just sneaks past her grasp. With that one breakdown in Germany's shape, the deadlock is broken, and Spain finally takes a 1-0 lead.
Section 4. Goal 2. The teenager strikes.
With that unbearable tension finally shattered, Spain did not hesitate for a second to capitalize on their newfound momentum. And they turned to a pretty surprising source for their second goal. 18-year-old Vicky Lopez steps onto this massive stage completely unfazed. To really understand the gravity of this, she was brought into the side specifically to fill in for the legendary Aitana Bonmati. We are talking about stepping into the role of a reigning Ballon d'Or winner, the universally recognized best player in the world. Those are astronomically massive shoes to fill for anyone, let alone a teenager in a European final. Yet, there she was, more than ready for the spotlight. The German defense, probably still reeling from conceding that first goal, suffered a massive miscommunication in their backline. They just completely failed to track the late run, not even closing down the young midfielder. The space opened up perfectly for her. But look, at this level, you still have to actually bury the chance. And the teenager punished their lapse flawlessly. She found that pocket of space and executed a brilliant, perfect left-footed strike to double the Spanish lead. It was this incredibly clinical finish that showcased maturity way beyond her years. Honestly, it was a strike that Aitana Bonmati herself would have stood up and applauded.
Section 5, Goal 3, an absolute gem.
Now firmly in the driver's seat, Spain clearly wanted to completely shut the door on any sort of miraculous German comeback. So Claudia Pina took matters into her own hands once again to deliver the final blow. Sparking a rapid counterattack, Pina basically just decides she's going to go all the way herself. She embarks on this incredible solo run, shifting her weight, weaving directly through multiple retreating German defenders who are just left utterly flat-footed, and then she unleashes a strike that can only be described as an absolute gem. This magnificent individual effort essentially ended the contest right then and there, pushing the score to 3-0 and securing the trophy beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Section 6. Spain retains the title.
If you look at the final 30 minutes, it tells the true story of this match. You can see exactly how a grueling, perfectly even stalemate violently shifted into a total tactical collapse by Germany. Right at the 60th minute, Pina finds the breakthrough. Then, in rapid-fire succession, momentum takes completely over, as Lopez doubles the lead and Pina caps it off with her solo gem. It was just a complete and utter dismantling of a world-class defense, all compressed into just the final half hour of play. When the final whistle blew, the numbers absolutely spoke for themselves. A devastating 3-0 victory on the night secured a thoroughly deserved title defense for the Spanish side. They showed just incredible tactical discipline, right? Remaining patient during a deeply frustrating first half, making the necessary locker room adjustments, and then becoming absolutely lethal when it counted in the second.
So, we just watched a team shatter a world-class defense by relying on this seamless mix of youthful brilliance, like 18-year-old Vicky Lopez, and the clinical, decisive experience of veterans like Claudia Pina. These 3 goals we just broke down, they didn't just win a match, they defined a tactical blueprint for dominating the highest levels of the sport. It leaves you wondering, if they can adapt, overcome, and completely dismantle a giant like Germany on a stage this big, who can possibly stop this Spanish dynasty?